In the bottom right-hand side, our blue Terran player is going to be Ryung. Oh, give me a sec, guys. Sorry, I need to find the observer first before. There we go. That should do it. Oh, that was loud. Thanks so much, Hummy, for the 32-month resub on the Prime as well. So yeah, these games are all from the group stages that happened last weekend. I was not here. I was busy getting married. So yes, this happened last weekend, and yeah, they happened. It happened like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it ran like right across the stretch of 4 days. Then yeah, I was busy every day, getting stuff set up. We had people over on the Friday, wedding Saturday, mental recovery Sunday. Yes, this is Serral and Ryung from Group B. So this is the opening match. So again, best of 3 opening matchups. So starting matchups in each group are best of 3, and then best of 5 winner decide loser matches. So this is just going to be best of 3, some TVZ. And yeah, Serral is in the upper left-hand side, the red Zerg player, Ryung the blue Terran in the bottom right, as we get this going. CC on the low ground, barracks coming up, and gets settled down, hatch gas, hatch pool coming up, I should say, no gas just yet. Well, gas is already taken, so I should say it's just on the production tab. My brain is struggling with the concept, apparently. As we just take a few moments to see where we are going to go. Overlord coming right down the bottom right side. They're going to be a command something that gets seen right, so a bit of info, but nothing too crazy. It is going to be the CC first, so that's a little bit of greed from Ryung to start off this game. I mean, Ryung playing against Serral. The reality check here is going to be that, plain and simple, you know, Serral is going to be a major, massive favorite in this game. Ryung taking the map of Serral would really be an astounding upset, so if I'm Ryung, I'm going all out. I'm taking shortcuts, cutting any corner I can to take any advantage I can. Because, hey, if you die cutting a corner and you look a bit silly, no one cares because you were going to lose anyway. But if you can cut enough corners, it maybe gives you a shot. I mean, that's the kind of way that Ryung has to play a series like this. Would not be surprised at all to see Ryung double down into mech play as well, and play a lot of the kind of the battle mechy stuff that we've been seeing lately. To me, I think that's his better chance of success than if he plays the bio style against Serral, who's just such a fast, quick player. So I think that's one thing to mention too. I also just want to mention Grezvan is our map. This is an old map, so the Maestros tournament has a little bit of an edited map pool, so a few maps have been removed. A few maps have been added in that were, I believe, voted on by either players or fans. I'm not 100% sure. But the TLDR that you need to know is that some of the maps have been swapped out for maps of old. Grezvan, I mean, as always, every time this happens, we always get the maps that get brought in are like very macro-y maps, and that's very true this time as well. Grezvan being this first one we're seeing is a very macro-y map. It's actually a great Terran map. It's a great TVZ map back in the day. People love the 3 CC8 racks on this map, just pushing forward, tank pushes through the center. It's a very direct push, and you can siege up in some great places. That's the one thing that maybe does lean a little bit to Ryung's favor here, but obviously this is a best of 3. Serral could have vetoed this map if he wanted to. He chose not to, so he's obviously not too concerned about it. He feels as though he can hold on against that and be okay about it anyway. A couple of Hellions get turned around. Impact building the Banshee, a couple engineering bays on the way through. The orbital command being added on, going to finish up shortly. A couple SCVs get brought up as well. Stimpack still being brought on. Line for the moment. Roach-Drone Lair, Drones, Lings, Queen. Did everything coming through. The Banshee from Ryung will begin to head across into the center of the map currently. Ship around the top, we will see again the 1-1 upgrades, and the Stimpack continue to build on through. Bring that straight in. Couple of Hellions will try and find their way around. Unable to just yet. The Banshee there gets turned around by the Queen. The one more upgrades and Stimpak continue to build as well, so we just bring that online. A couple of extra barracks coming through from Ryung. Spore Crawlers, Lair, Drones, all coming in as an addition as the Banshee fires, and a few Zerglings already take some shots. Hellions in good position, Marines in good position. That's going to be the Lings turned around and heading the other direction with immediate effect, so they get turned out over there. It's going to be Bio from Ryung, by the way. I'm calling for Mech and saying that I think that's his best chance, but he is just going to try and play the Bio with the Stim and everything, and the Marines. I can only imagine his plans to 8-racks. If he's trying to try and do anything that's more significant than, 8-racksing, I mean, you're playing Serral and Ryung. Sometimes you just got to size up who we're playing against and kind of take the most realistic option. And like I said, I don't even love the fact that he's playing Bio instead of Mech, to be honest, in the first place. As the 1-1 upgrades, the combat shield continue to come through. Just have the Marines going to get underneath. The Overseer dies. And a couple more barracks will get their add-ons going. A couple of reactors coming through. The Hellion's going to go after a few of the creep teamers. Banshee's joining up overhead. 1-1 missile upgrades. Baneling Nest, Roach Speed. Infestation Pit still building as well. The Hellions can try and come down that ramp. The Queens will be there. Push the Hellion back up the other side. Additional barracks and the armory all building through. The 1-1 upgrades completing. Combat shield on the way as well. That's the 3 more barracks, so we definitely do access the 8-racks at this point. Again, 1-1 on the way through. Just going to be seeing the Roaches and the Ravagers coming on the line. The Hive is online as well very shortly. So just get a lot of that brought up and into play. Things low to the bottom left, so I'm going to start trying to move around the map a little bit. Let's see if you can get anything done. And 2-2 will be coming through the 1-1 upgrades, finishing on those Evo chambers. Baneling speed needs to take along as well. The rest of the Roach Ravager pulling back. The Zerglings will be completing as well. And the Hive about halfway done now as the Marines will stand there, push onto the Overseer. Marines is going to get rid of those Lings. The Roach Ravager is just going to be there to push the Marines and Medivacs back over to that right-hand side. Both those Banshees gathering. The Hive about to finish. Link still producing. The Banelings on the way. We had a couple of Vipers onto that as the Baneling speed will be completing very soon. Adrenal Glands is starting. Melee and Carapace upgrades coming online as well. We do have the couple of Vipers just continuing to make their way in. So Serral really getting himself well prepped. You have already Infestors out, and then you're going to have Vipers. Like, he's got Spellcasters to deal with in 8-racks. I mean, maybe he's going to have a little bit of a numbers issue, but if the Spellcasters are really that worth it, then they're going to be able to do a lot. The first Fungals are beautiful. Link Roach Ravager takes the chance to dive on forward then to just step on in. A couple of those tanks going down. The Bio already stemmed up, trying to get a little bit more done. And we are going to try and hold our ground and push this back the other direction just for the moment. A few Balins will morph in alongside that. As the rest of the Bio gathers, the Medivacs will do some healing. I mean, this was already a successful start if you're Serral, who's dropping an Ultra Cavern in amongst all the rest of this, so he is clearly feeling confident that he's already done what he needs to hold on against this first wave. And honestly, with 8-racks, the first wave is oftentimes the most important wave, because if you just don't have momentum, the follow-up pushes just never really seem that scary. 8-racks of production is terrifying when it's joining the rest of the army. This is one of the better fights Ryung could have had. The Balins don't do much though, so he is going to find himself a little bit of a better chance. Roach Ravager will push through. A couple corrosive bards will fire. Seeing what we can get done there. First, the Bio going to go splitting about. And the Adrenal Glands kind of is playing. It's just a matter of right now from Serral. He doesn't want to push into this or anything. He just wants to wait for the Ultras, because his game plan is only going to get easier once Ultras come out. So he is well on his way to having an even better setup here. All he has to really do is sit back and wait and let this make this happen. A little bit of Lean Bane will come forward. The Bio going to try and come through. The extra Banes on the left side gathering additional Zerglings in production. Another fungal growth. The Banes are going to continue about. The Banes are going to roll downward in toward that mineral line, or into toward this group of Marines. Good blinding clouds as well, so the Vipers making use of themselves. I mean, when you've got the jump, you're going to keep on going. Serral just going to keep firing those Banes through toward the Marines. Good splits from Ryung in the background, just way too little stuff considering your fact you're playing against the Serral, who is fully fledged and has a whole bunch of everything ready to party forward. Another tank will join in. The few Vipers and the Ultras continue to be added as well. At that Chitin display and at that melee upgrade. We got the 3-3 upgrades coming through as well in the engineering base. Halfway done. Liberator's tank, Marine Marauder coming up. We're just going to see the rest of the Bio going to fly onto a few of the Zerglings. A little bit more creepy and cleaned about. We do see the Zerglings going to go toward the rocks here. Playing Ravager Bane. Ultra going to run over. Medevac has to lift off. Get away from here. And just going to see those Lings going to continue back onto the rocks again. We're able to grab that Zergling. We will just see the 3-3 upgrades coming through. A Liberator Marine Marauder continuing to produce our command center on the way. Spire building as a little bit of Bio gets there. The Zergling gets grabbed. There's a couple of Vipers pulling back down into the center once again. Liberators will fire up. A couple of those Ultras already in some trouble. Corrosive Vials hitting. Both of those Liberators go down already. Baneling's getting shot at. I mean, at the end of the day, Serral has really gotten to where he wants to be. Ryung is going to have a fourth base. He is going to move that forward. He is going to try and take a little bit of an easier setup now into the next phase of this once again. It's a reasonable blending cloud. The problem is Ryung is still not set for a long game, right? Like, it's more of what he already had, maybe extended in lifespan because of the fact he's going to have a fourth base. A couple libs are going to be easily dealt with. This run by is already doing a lot of work. The Ultras, I mean, over here as well, it's not even a planetary yet, so Serral's just all over Ryung. 29 workers going down, and suddenly Ryung's economy is looking extremely poor. 34 workers left in the game now. It's not what you want to see just as you're trying to get onto that fourth base, just as you're getting to the point where it feels like you do have a little bit more setup to go. Fire pushing about, parasitic bomb in the skies. I mean, at the same time, you still get onto a bit of creepier cells. Actually, gonna have to give up the top base, so just wait for some reinforcements. Army supply of Ryung is still strong. Fire gonna come surging through. Hatchery going down. Queen of the Banelings gonna be dropping as well. The Ravagers and the Ultras gonna turn again. The Bio's gonna stim once more. A couple of blinding clouds still coming through as the Ultras really do just smash into this, though. I think that's going to be pretty much it for the moment. I don't think Ryung is going to have much more standing to do in this game. A few Lings already in the mineral line on the other side again. GG is going to get called. That is going to be Serral taking game one of this BO3. This is a kind of match I think we have a very expected result in. The next match with Serral, whether that's a winner's match, which would be the expectation, or the loser's match, if Ryung brings off a comeback here, that would be a best of 5, and then we'll probably switch groups. Like I say, I've got kind of one day to do as many of these replays as possible, because I'm going to start casting the playoffs of this tomorrow live. So we're just going to go for as much as we can. So we're just going to hit the heavy hitter names, the Serrals, the Clems, etc. We're just going to go through those and kind of get a couple of the results kind of figured out, so, you know, have an idea of how these group stages went. Obviously, we're going to miss some big parts of the story, but I just don't have the time to cast everything, unfortunately. Obviously, this was 4 days of games. I'm going to try and shove into a couple of, well, handful of hours today. was gonna go live yesterday, but yesterday everything went wrong. Had to do a couple of live things, and then just stuff took longer than expected, and never got the chance to go live, so ended up having the one additional day off. And here we are today, obviously bringing you guys the wonderful action from this Maestros event. Hook you up with the last that caught the bouquet. We didn't chuck the bouquet. We just Helen just kept it. I ain't got no one to hook you up with. Sorry. This is what you've been waiting for this whole time. I'm lucky, man. Little cheeky overload. Just wandering over, Reaper. Building from the barracks as we get this game underway. Magnatha, another kind of big macro kind of focused map, so this best of 3 definitely having that kind of larger kind of vibe to it. Just the bigger maps, the macro maps. Obviously Gresvan, like I said, does introduce the 8 racks a bit, but it's generally also still seen as a macro favored map. Magnatha is one of the biggest maps from the current ladder map pool, so makes sense. I'm just doing what I can, a couple of shots here and there for the moment. So you're building as well. Command building, starport coming online, command center halfway done. As the refinery going to finish very shortly, Reaper will take a step forward. A couple of queens going to be there to hit that Reaper back a little bit. And we have that starport finishing up in the next few moments. Reaper going to be happy with what's checked. Do he try something bio 8-raxy again here as Ryung, or does he delve into the mech play? I was going for mech in game 1. Maybe looking at the order of maps, maybe mech in this game 2 instead, and then 8 racks in game 1 is a better way to do it, especially if you just kind of, play for switching it up a bit. So maybe that would be kind of interesting. Hellions and the Reaper join back together. The Banshee, the Hellions, the Marine going on through. Just having ourselves the couple of Hellions backing away. Queens will be in position. No gases just yet from Ryung. Now would be kind of the time to truly get ready to take those. Approach Warren Lab building up. Just gonna have the Stimpack and the Marine coming through as well. Full of additional barracks still building in. It's gonna be bio. Are we just gonna go A-Racks again then? Or do we have something? Are we just gonna try and play a macro game from the start? Yes, I really struggle to believe that that's kind of Ryung's game plan here, but I guess we'll wait and see. Have the Hellions and Reaper pull into the right side. The bench gonna get pushed away by the Queen. I just got the upgrades going through. The Hellions and the Reaper gather together, and we just have ourselves the Overseers building from Serral. That road speed again keeps you very safe against a lot of the earlier aggression too. Obviously gives you a solid transition buy as we saw in the last game, so for the moment at least I don't think Serral is really doing anything crazy. To me, he's just kind of playing his game, getting set up in a way that allows him to play his game without Ryung having too much of an impact on it. Keeps him very safe. And I think he just knows that if he kind of plays like that, it's going to be a very difficult game for Ryung to kind of really kind of break through onto and take advantage of. So and 1-1 upgrades, stim pack on the way. We will just have ourselves the roach speed building as well. Add on the melee upgrades as we speak. Reaper Hellion will go out to that right side, take the watchtower. And melee upgrade is going to be well on the way, so we're just switching from the roaches into the banelings. Okay, and that's halfway done. Infestation pit coming online. And roaches and drones all coming through, so you have the extra barracks. We just 8-racked it up a second time here from Ryung, so I mean, again, if you kind of are going to ask me what Ryung's going to do if he's not playing mech, then 8 racks is it. Just going to go back to back with the 8 racks when it did not really do too well for him in the last game already. I'm not absolutely sure. Hey, what's up, Delphus? Thank you so much. The resub, 3 months. Hope your wedding and everything else went well. Saw the Twitter vid when cast replay of wedding. I guess when we have maybe when we have some more more of the videos. Maybe when more of the videos are done. Marines just load back into the medevac's gonna escape away. Yes, the Banshee's going to gather up together. 2-2 upgrades, the Concussive Shell on the way around. We will see the couple of Crypt Tumors being picked away as the Roaches just step forward onto the map. Obviously, that's one of the things the Banshees will be good at keeping under control. He's going to get there. Medevac gets pushed back a little further. We do see our Vipers will be producing good numbers, so we're going to have a lot of Vipers, a lot of Blinding Clouds, and a lot of ways to, you know, mitigate this kind of pressure of the 8 racks push. The Bio going to step forward. Lingbane Ravager pulling back. Tanks trying to siege. A couple of Hellbats stepping up as well. 2-2 upgrades still on the way through as a couple of Crows of Bars will land down. A couple of tanks will be set in place as you do take a step forward. The Bio Storm just edge on closer. I mean, Serral's been given time. He's maxed out. Nowhere near 2-2, but neither is Ryung as of right now. And Serral does have those Vipers that are going to be energized and ready to take part in this upcoming engagement. 143 Chance, thank you so much for the 17-month resub on the Prime. Here we go. The Banelings going to start crashing forwards. The are going to be pushing this back around. A couple Queens stepping back. The Lings are going to hit on the other side. A little bit of Bio there, taking damage right off the bat. So the Lings getting at it. We're going to be able to put some work on. A couple of Ravagers now morphing in. A nice run by. Just put so much pressure on Ryung because now he has to do so much more to really succeed because he's going to be down an entire mineral line and more. These Lings are not being stopped anywhere close to being stopped just yet. So they're not having a great time in the slightest. You see the rest of the Bio still gathering together. And, I mean, couldn't even imagine that Ryung's going to have to keep on trying to send it up that left-hand side. But Serral has really broken this one down a lot more comfortably and easily than he did in the last game. This time the Bane's actually going to get a better connection because the Marines took a bad step. And the tanks all blinding clouded. They're going to go down pretty easily. And again, it is a cleanup here from Serral. And Ryung is already hurting back at home because of that damage taken. As such, reinforcements are already going to be weaker and are already going to be a struggle to kind of truly bring into play throughout this. Ultra Cavern building through. Adrenal Glands coming up. Viper in the Queen's building. Just having the extra Marines in production. It's a lot of numbers on the right direction at the moment. The Marines going to go head across toward the Watchtower for a second. feeling this is going to run through a little bit. Bio going to get jumped on. We are going to be seeing the rest of the units going back the other direction. +3 melee, +3 carapace. Again, continue to come about. GG's. Serral 2, Ryung 0. And Serral